Yeah, the beginning of the year, we said there is this usual speech to the nation, and that the President of the Republic took upon himself to tell Cameroonians that time has come and that last year we made an effort by adding a bit on fuel prices, and again it carries us, it lessens the weight that the government is having, and that Cameroonians should be ready, and that they will need to make an extra effort again. But the things every Cameroonian was asking is, from the increment of taxes last year, what has Cameroonian felt? An average Cameroonian, what has he noticed? That the increase in price has brought us this relaxation. It has given the government this latitude to execute more projects. Has it increased expenditure in other places or other domains that Cameroonians should be feeling relaxed? Those questions were not answered. And if you come again this year, we realize that it is the same aspect, adding on taxes. I ask a question. Why is the government of Cameroon and its management a tax economy, which means that the government of Cameroon feel and always think that they can only survive through taxes? And it comes very well, like you go with your topic, what was there no other alternatives? And people ask and said, for whose interests are prices being increased? For what purpose are they being increased? What politicians have behind their mind will tell you that it was a political strategy to curb public expenditure. Is it the only expenditure that the government of Cameroon is undergoing? A lot. At the end of the year, the president still promised to us that government is going to make an effort to cut down state expenditure. Cutting down state expenditure, we were not thinking that it should first start with fuel. Maybe it was to start in other quarters. We expected the government to reduce its own expenditure first. We expected the annulation, what we call New Year witches. It started at the presidency, and we can imagine the cost of the wine, the whiskey. I mean, those who take up the contract to organize the banquet. How many of such New Year witches were organized all across various government offices? And just imagine if we have to cut such an expenditure. Cutting expenditure will mean that the cars that were imported for the African Cup of Nations, we have seen videos, photos, and other writings indicating that these cars are still stuck and abandoned in some places, which means some government state properties have not been well managed. Cutting government expenditure that would have come as a substitute for fuel would have meant the president may be giving up that his large limousine that we have not seen for so long, calling any royalty in the world that I am putting this property on sale to help my economy, that the Prados, that the RAF cards, which are used by police officers, when we know in other nations, police officers use small Starlet and other Corollas to help assess the town. But in Cameroon, such gigantic cars that are made for public use can equally be auctioned for other foreigners. There was a way to come out of this particular nightmare, but the government chose the path that they will manage, and we will never know where the money is coming from. Several times, it will not be the end. The same year going, we will see a lot of loans again. Mr. Leonard, the government is still indebting the people of Cameroon, the present generation and the generations to be born, debts that we might not still pay. Why then the reduction or the increase in petroleum prices and other taxes when the government is still dependent on borrowing without us knowing where this money, how it is spent, where it's spent, and how it is being used? A lot of those questioning. Why not reduce those foreign missions that people go unjustified? At times we talk of medical evacuation. If other Cameroonians who have the privilege of working with the government are evacuated, what of the common man? Because the government that we know as a government is not for the strong. The government should always stand for the weak. Where will those poor mother at Yokaduma, the one at Miselele, and another mother maybe at Furawa, when will they have their own access to medical treatment? Okay. When government offices, you have seen that amount, some 900 million displaced from medical for a single being, when a mother that has 8 children doesn't have access to free health. Okay. It is sad.
It is sad.
Don't say all these people, they really record themselves, they be doctor, they be professor, they be this, they be that. I don't know whether not because of politics or not because of say this so they want just do a talk show or what. These people, they know actually where the problem lies. They know truly say this so nothing good will come from for inside that report. Nothing good, nothing. Where did that party talker? So they don't know say this so they don't know say this so that paid on chakara. Say all no chakara for them. It go the only they go na down. They talk palava increase for this thing for price for fuel, petrol, gas, all those things. When I don't see the effect where they now, will be the tell already here. Like probably they spend plenty money for maintain a kelebe where they for inside amber. For maintain a kelebe where they for inside amber. How much a kelebe they chop every day? Then talk less of the amount where they enter for their general their pocket them and their commander their pocket the way it need even reach the kelebe them. How much waste other minister they tiba? How much? Ask yourself the question. When I think that we go change, no big thing we go change. Now why that way Southern Cameroonian don't decide the only way Southern Cameroonian they will come out of this mess, this thing, because this thing been a try and error something, but we don't dey for inside carry it today because they be using our power for force we move deal with them. After they can begin talking, they be one and indivisible. People when they become with equal status, they can't tell you this, they give you special status because we get natural resources. Then anyway they can't use our authority. Chicks say this will remain with them. You know what happens? So monopoly. So I just simply tell you now, all the Anglophools and all they can't think say this so some so-called change will come out for inside the Republic. Now just the waste of time. Yes, now just the truth and the waste of time. Because not only they change. Who's change you want that? Who's change? From who? Anyhow, people that need John, they don't try. They pass their power. They don't go there. When they can't try, they can't talk. Who they again? Who then they again? When I don't feel lost on identity. All Anglophools, they don't get identity. You guys don't have identity. What is your identity? That is the question. What is your identity? Because when I say who carry amber gold, so when I come outside, when I come on your own and he who fights around you will fight another day. Any man will deny identity, you will continue for the dialogue. You will continue for the year chop matrix. That's what it did. That people show na paper. Now confirm no. Anyhow, my people, I say I can't drop the one for Nasia. For those days when I say this, so Ambazonians there, Southern Cameroonians there, we don't already decide what path, we don't decide what road. Not only with the changer. Now only na boya. I say na boya. She shake no day. Forget that thing. Say who's change we come from life. Who's change. Thank you for it.